Hey guys, this is Star. So I went to the Beyonce concert yesterday, and you guys know I love Beyonce from my previous videos about my angst in trying to find a ticket. So I went to Oklahoma City with my coworker, her BF, and then my husband came along, and we bought his ticket at the last minute. Because actually earlier that day, Beyonce sent out a message on Facebook saying, okay, see, there's still tickets available, so buy some, which was shocking to me because I thought everything was sold out. Um, but I kind of wasn't surprised because it's Oklahoma City. Like, I'm not really sure how many beehives, how many people at the hive are actually there, stands for real. But we were there. It was great. Beyonce opened up with Run the World. She did a lot of songs from 4. She did like Party, and that's like one of my favorite songs from 4. She did 1+1. She did, I think she did I Care. She did Schooling Live. She did Love on Top. She didn't do Best I Never Had, and she didn't do Dance for You. I thought she would have done that. She did Naughty Girl from her first album, and I was never a big fan of Naughty Girl. But she did that one. I didn't really like that much. But it was cool. I wanted her to do some songs from B-Day, like Ring the Alarm, or like Deja Vu, which is like my favorite song from there. She did Get Me Body though, so that was good. She did that snippet from Survivor where she's like, pump your fist, Survivor. She did some songs from the Sasha Fierce album. Of course, she did Single Ladies. She also did move my phone around a lot. She also did of course, she did Halo. I'm ready for Halo to be over. Like, I'm so over Halo. She did If I Were a Boy, but she didn't do the Alanis Morissette, You Ought to Know. And that's what I was waiting for. Like, I was on my seat waiting for her to be like, you ought to know. But she didn't. Or is that Hand in My Pocket? I can't remember. But either way, it was fun. The only thing, she did Why Don't You Love Me, and that's like one of my favorite songs from her. But when she performed it, a lot of people didn't seem like they knew it, like they weren't hyping to it, and Beyonce was giving it to you for that song. And it was so good, and Beyonce actually said, and I'm not sure if this is something that always happens when she performs a song, so because like sometimes you can kind of tell when a performer just says stuff. Each performance, like, it was great seeing you, I love seeing you guys are so great, you know what I mean? You can kind of tell when it's kind of fake. But she was like, I'm up here breaking my back and you're just sitting down, and I felt like that was kind of real, because people like literally were sitting down. In the area that I was at, I was the only person standing up. I was dancing, I knew the words, blah blah blah, I was getting it, I was living my life. But like, I was kind of like feeling like the energy wasn't there for B. And so I think that kind of took away from the whole experience, because usually when you go to a concert, you make friends, everybody's trying to hang, everyone's getting down, and maybe that's just my experience. And I'm really trying not to compare her concert to Lady Gaga's concert, which I went to in Korea, because everything overseas is better. But I have to go to her concert in St. Louis in December just to see the difference. Hopefully by then she's released her next album. She did do Grown Woman. It wasn't the same energy that she gave you in the video if you watch it on YouTube from Paris, but it was good stuff. Like, she gave it to you. She didn't say "we be Jaman," and I was waiting for her to say that. But she said, and I never looked back, and I was like, yeah girl. But she didn't do her song from the H&M commercial. I think it's called Island in the Sun, and I really want her to do that. She came out in the outfits, because I think it was from Antwerp or either Paris where she did perform that song. But she didn't do it. But overall, I thought it was good. Luke James performed. He was the opening act, and that was great. I've seen him on the Scorpion show, so kudos to him, and kudos to me for like watching the Scorpion show to know like who Luke James is. Because I was like, oh yeah, that's Luke James. And then my husband was like, okay, yeah, Luke James. And I was like, yeah, Luke James. But that was fun. I want to get closer, because clearly you're paying all that money and you're not like all up in Beyonce's face on my I love you, B. So sad. Other than that, I liked it. It was fun. I want to do it again. I have to be there with people that are going to be hype. You got to give energy so the performer can go wild. I feel like today at Beyonce's concert today in Dallas, she's going to give Dallas her all, because OKC, how can you be really hype for that? I don't feel like she was that hype for it. She didn't give like a shout out like, Oklahoma, I'm ready for you. And I don't think she even put out like a thank you OKC. It was so great. Like, she's done that a couple times. She did that for Las Vegas, but she hasn't done that for OKC. And actually the row behind it was completely empty, which was sad. But this video is getting kind of long. I'm just rambling. You guys go see Beyonce in concert. It's really good. And I can't wait to see you guys later. Ciao.